Hey guys, Mama Star Fox here. Sorry for the angle of the camera, this is the only way I can see my notes and my camera on the same phone. On the same screen on my phone. I was going to do more Breath of the Wild today, but that didn't end up happening. Tyler's downstairs streaming, and Autumn's been having an off day since she came home from my parents. Mainly probably because I ate chocolate today, and that's doesn't settle well with her when she's breastfeeding, and also she had formula at my parents, and coming over and switching back to breast milk again kind of makes her tummy a little grumbly. But she's still a pretty happy baby. She was just kind of in and out of sleep. She's squirming now. But today I wanted to test out old wives' tales about genders during a pregnancy, because I was thinking of the two videos I did of like how my son's pregnancy and delivery went, and how my daughter's pregnancy and delivery went. So I thought, since I have one boy and one girl, maybe I can go back and see all the weird wives' tales and see how accurate they are. And my mom did something like this for our gender reveal with our daughter. She had a little questionnaire that everyone asked me these questions, and tried to see what gender they got and decide which team they'll be on, and before we revealed gender. But yeah, so since I have one of each, I was like, well, let's see how accurate it was, at least for me. Like, it's definitely different for everybody, but we'll see. I got most of these from todaysparent.com. There's a whole bunch of different websites that have posted these things, but I went through a bunch of different ones, mostly todaysparent.com, and most of them were the same. Some of them had weirder ones than others, but these are the ones that I decided to use. The first one is sweet versus salty, and that has to do with your cravings. They say if you're craving sweet, then it's a girl. If you're craving salty, it's a boy. And this was one of the most accurate ones, because with Autumn, I was craving sweets all the time. I was craving sugar and all these different things. Like, I ate so bad with her. And with Athrun, it was mostly salty foods. I wanted a lot of fries and spicy foods. It was salty and spicy, so that one was pretty accurate. The next one is the garlic test, which was really weird. It was saying that if you eat garlic, and your breath doesn't smell, or you don't smell like garlic, then you're having a girl. And I was like, okay. I obviously never tried that. It's like I was going to UC Baby, so I didn't really want to test it, I guess, or look up these things. But I don't know, if anybody's tried it, let me know. Let me know down in the comments, but if you ever tried that and if it worked. Yeah. The third one is morning sickness. And I grouped that in with bad heartburn, too, because they say if you have more morning sickness and more heartburn, you're having a girl. And that was definitely accurate for my pregnancy with Autumn. Like, with Athrun, I was had a little bit of nausea, but not much at all, in the first trimester. But with Autumn, I was super sick. I had morning sickness almost all the time, and really bad heartburn. And they also say with bad heartburn, you have, they're going to have a full head of hair. And with Athrun, I had a little bit of heartburn, and he came out with a bit of hair, but not as much as Autumn did. Autumn came out with a full head of hair, and they were curling it while she was coming out, and yeah, and I had such bad heartburn with her. Like, it felt like my esophagus was, like, eroding. Like, it was so bad. So that one's definitely accurate. Next one is the pregnancy glow. And I don't really think of myself, especially when I was pregnant, as looking like I had a glow or like I looked pretty or anything, so that one I can't really judge. But they say if you have, if your hair is nice, it's not falling out, and you have the pregnancy glow, then you're having a boy. And I guess that was right, because when I look back at pictures of me pregnant with my son and me pregnant with my daughter, I do see a difference, though I think it's more that when I was pregnant with her, I have a 2-year-old that I'm taking care of, so that also changes your appearance and how nice you put yourself together. But I could say that's pretty accurate. I was a lot more healthy looking when I was having my son, and with my daughter, my hair was falling out and in clumps, more clumpy than it usually, and it was dry and brittle and everything. Next one is partner's weight, which I didn't really notice. They say if your partner gains weight alongside you, then you're having a girl. And I guess it could go with where I was craving a lot of sweets, so I brought a lot of sweets into the house, and that would cause Tyler to gain weight, but I didn't really notice a big weight difference with him. I would say that my weight was definitely different, because with my son, I gained only like 10 pounds, and with my daughter, I gained 40 pounds or more. Like, there was a huge weight difference for me. So that's a little accurate, I guess. Next one is moody versus mellow. And I was definitely more moody and snippy, like mood swingy with Autumn. I was by no means mellow with Athrun, though that was because I wasn't taking medication for my anxiety. So that one's a bit accurate, where they say moody, you're having a girl, and you're mellow, you're having a boy. So yeah, but I think that kind of has to do with there's more hormones going on, like more estrogen and progesterone going on in your body. The next one was another weird one that I said was like, this is a bunch of bull. But the eye test, they say if you stare in the mirror and your eyes dilate, then you're having a boy. But I'm like, well, your eyes constrict and dilate depending on the lighting, so that's not very accurate. So I honestly can say I've never tried that. I wouldn't be able to really tell anyway, because my pupils are super dilated on a regular basis. I've had a lot of people ask if something was wrong with me because my pupils were so huge, but I'm like, no, they're just always like that. Next is the high versus low, like how you're carrying. And yeah, I was with their high is a girl and low is a boy. And that is really accurate from how I was with my son and my daughter. Like, I found I was a lot more rounded out with my daughter, whereas with my son, I was carrying really low from the very beginning. Next one is the ring test. I have to say I never tried it. It says if you hold the ring over your palm, if it goes in a circle, then it's a girl. If it goes side to side, it's a boy. Which I don't think could be very accurate depending on who's holding the ring. But, yeah, let me know in the comments about that one too, like if anybody ever actually tried that and how accurate it was, because I never did. Next one is heart rate, and it's heart rate for your baby. If it's over 140, it's a girl. If it's lower than 140, it's a boy. And that one was accurate for me. Like, I remember looking up when we first got our heartbeat, I listened to Athrun's heartbeat, and his heart rate was below 140, and I was looking up if that was normal, because I was all panicked. And I remember seeing people saying that meant you were having a boy, and I was thinking in my head, like, oh, I kind of was hoping for a girl the first time, which I was so glad that we had a boy the first time, because girls seem to be a lot more work. But yeah, that one was really accurate. And Autumn's heart rate's always been above 140 when I was pregnant with her. Next one was another weird one that was like, if your blood pressure is high before conception, like weeks before conception, that means you're going to have a boy, or you're more likely to have a boy. Like, who tests this? It was a really weird one. So yeah, that one's not one I can really tell you. But don't increase your blood pressure just so you can get a boy. Please don't. Next one is dry skin means you're having a boy, and oily skin and acne means you're having a girl. That one was actually really accurate too. I remember with my son, I was worried I had something wrong with my liver because my skin was so itchy, but it was just I had such dry skin. And with Autumn, I was sweating all the time, and my acne started acting up again, though it's gone now. So that one was really accurate. This one, the next one kind of goes in with the high and low, where it's like your weight in the front is boy and your weight all over is a girl. And like I said, with Atherine, I didn't gain much weight. So most of it was just in the little bump that I had at like very low. And with Autumn, it was like I was more rounded, but I also gained weight everywhere else too, and gained a lot more than with him. So that one is pretty accurate too. There's also, if you guys want to look up, if anybody's watching this who's pregnant or their partner's pregnant, there's the Chinese gender chart that says like when you conceived and when the due date is, I think. It's like a little chart that you do, and it tells you if it's going to be a boy or a girl. And I remember doing that at my gender reveal party, and it was actually, well, at least in my sense, for my kids, it was accurate. For me, I was like, I looked at mine, and I was supposed to be a boy. But yeah, so this was my little vlog thing that I wanted video while I can't get to sleep. So have a good day, guys. I hope this was enjoyable.